Growing up, Seydou Traore played everything but football, but now he's playing at the Division 1 level in the most competitive conference in the country. And I think the most interesting part about his story is that he was born and raised in London, England, a country with almost no connection to American football. So I had to find out how a London kid with almost no football background made it to the Division 1 level. Growing up in the UK and then moving overseas to play in the US, just kind of break that down, how that happened.
When I was growing up, there was a lifeguard that kind of put me into like a local team. He saw that I kind of had some abilities and was like, hey, go ahead, try for a local team. And fast forward from then, I went to the NFL Academy when I was like a young teen, mid-teen. From there, I went to a high school in Florida. And that wasn't easy because I got turned down a lot of times by a lot of different schools. I was just sending Twitter highlights, but I didn't have any game footage, especially any 11-man game footage. I finally managed to get to Florida at Clearwater International. Okay. And then that is kind of where my recruitment kind of properly took off. But to make it to Florida, to make it to Clearwater, it was a whole journey because not having 11-man football film doesn't help.
Right.
So I'd grown up playing just 9v9 type of football.
Really?
Which is like, I wouldn't say a complete different game, but I mean, there's two best players on the field, so kind of a complete different game.
So you were playing 9-man football. I did not know that. Yeah. So is football, like, is it competitive in the UK?
I would say that the talent level is rising. I wouldn't say it's as competitive as, or nowhere near as competitive as within the States. I mean, high school football here is at a ridiculously high level. Okay. We're growing. We're definitely growing, and like year by year, we're sending more and more people to D1 schools. So
right.
Like,
from the UK.
Yeah.
Really? How does the recruitment process work?
As you know, like, recruitment is kind of different for everyone.
Okay.
But the NFL Academy does a great job with it in terms of they bring internationals from Africa and all over Europe, and they've even opened up in Australia, I believe. Bring them in, train them up, teach them the game. A lot of them coming from rugby, basketball, just different sports.
Okay.
Kind of teaching them the game, molding them into football players, and then they play games against American high schools, either in the UK or like just wherever for real. Wow. And then send that tape and just recruitment. And they also fly out the athletes, like the top athletes, to camps. Okay. Let them showcase their skills, and you know, at camps you can get offers just like that on the spot.
Why American football?
See, I've been asked that question a lot. Obviously,
you've got soccer, you've got the greatest sport in the world, but American football.
My mom did a great job, like when I was younger, putting me into loads of different sports. So like, I really got to try everything. Like, I went to a water sports school, so I was sailing, kayaking, canoeing. I played rugby, played soccer. I dabbled in everything. But when I played football, I mean, it's just
different game.
It's like real football players know it's a feeling you can't describe.
Oh boy, yes.
When you're on that field, it's just it's you in the game.
You know, I played rugby in high school, so I didn't know you played rugby as well.
When I played rugby, though, I was pretty about this big. Like I was, it was. I enjoyed getting the ball. Right. Not so much when I had a big guy that I needed.
Yeah, I wasn't a big guy. So when you moved to Florida, at what point were you like, wow, I'm really good at football and I think I could like really go D1?
Honestly, I had that type of confidence before I would come to Florida. Right. I'd always envisioned Florida as a stepping stone. Like I knew I would be there for that season. Right. And in that season, I had to get a scholarship because I knew I wanted to play college football. So I don't want to, like, if that makes sense, I kind of knew like, this is the plan, this is what I need to execute because I know I can play college football.
You're getting recruited in high school. What are some of the schools that are interested?
My first ever offer was Southeast Louisiana. Okay. I had Central Arkansas and Missouri State, and those were my offers when I finished in Florida. The high school I went to, everyone usually signs early because everyone comes in with that same intention that I came in with. Get a scholarship, get out. everyone had signed early during that like early signing period. My coach was, well, me and my coach went back and forth just talking about it, and we came to the decision, okay, hold out and see what happens, you know, with people not signing, people decommitting, all this stuff, and see if anyone offers you by the next signing pool. So that's what I did. I went back home, was in London, was working. Yeah, I was just waiting to see if I was going to get an offer from a school at a bigger stage.
So after spending time at the NFL Academy, he made the move to Clearwater, Florida, aiming to earn a Division I scholarship. He finished his senior year at Clearwater Academy, where he racked up 433 yards and 3 touchdowns on 26 receptions. And as a 3-star recruit, he actually decided to hold out to see if any other schools would offer him. And it turns out his patience would pay off.
And then a few days before signing, the Arkansas State called, and they proposed the idea of me playing tight end. And that's kind of how the whole transition worked.
Okay.
So, because before that, I don't know if I mentioned, I played receiver in high school.
So, did you have to put on a good amount of weight?
Yeah, I mean, I came in probably 205, not ideal tight end weight.
Yeah.
I've gone to where I am now, putting a good 30 pounds since then.
30 pounds, so 235
about
roughly?
235, yeah. So, trying to get a little bigger as well by next year, but all in due time. It definitely wasn't an easy path bulking up.
Did they have like a nutrition plan that you followed, or to get bigger, or were you just like trying to eat as much as possible?
I mean, I think at first it kind of just started with eating as much as possible, and then it kind of got to a stage where the results were there, but they were slow. So, especially as I aged, I started to realize I can't have like 2-3 great days of eating and then 2 days of I'm not eating as much, like, because eventually it just starts trickling back down. Yeah, me and nutrition have come a long way to getting to me to where I am today.
So you're at Arkansas State, but you're not there now. So a few things have happened since then. So kind of walk me through playing at Arkansas State and then coming to Mississippi State.
Went to Arkansas State 2021 and played 2 seasons there. Had a decent sophomore season.
After playing sparingly as a freshman in 2021, Ziko scored his first touchdown against Grappling State the following year. He followed the season with a total of 50 receptions for 655 yards and 4 touchdowns. Ziko would be named to the first team All-Sun Belt.
And after, I decided to enter the transfer pool. So from there, I went to Colorado that spring of 23.
Okay.
Left that same year and came to Mississippi State that summer. It was definitely a bit of flying around, but I ended up in the right place. So
yeah. As a top-ranked transfer on July 8th, 2023, Ziko announced he would be transferring to Mississippi State to play for the most competitive conference in the country. And how do you like Mississippi State?
It's been amazing.
Playing for the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, playing the best conference in college football. We have a great fan base and I have a great coach as well. So I mean, what's not to like?
Do you want to make it to the NFL?
That's been in vision for as long as I can remember me playing football, which isn't that long, but that is the goal. Is there anyone you compare yourself to? There's definitely people that I think I try to look at and take stuff from their game. Evan Ingram, Kyle Pitts, being some of those guys that I try and take pieces and parts. Travis Kelce too.
Okay, so there we go.
Back at Arkansas State, I played under Coach Butch Jones, and he actually coached Travis Kelce when he was at Cincinnati. Coached both Jason and Travis.
Right.
So he kind of saw what Travis had, and he saw what I had, and he connected Travis with the tight end room. He is what he is now. So I mean, I think the coaching I got there definitely like helped me come along.
For all the young high school athletes out there, maybe you're even in the transfer portal, there's probably some of them that are going to be watching this. What advice do you have for them?
I'm gonna break that into two different parts. Yeah.
Okay.
So for all the younger athletes, like just in terms of recruitment, in terms of just the game in general, every time you step out onto the field, play fast, play free, have fun whilst you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Getting coaches to see you. I mean, it's so hard because I can't sit here and say and say it's easy. I can't sit here and say, because I know my path definitely wasn't easy. In terms of like transfer pool, entering the transfer pool is definitely a decision. Like obviously we've seen it erupt in the past few years.
Yeah.
But if you head into the transfer pool knowing the kind of player you are, knowing the film that you have out, sometimes you can reap rewards of that. I mean, I don't know, it's hard. The transfer pool, it's not as easy as everyone kind of makes it out to be. If you're not a high prospect in the pool, then don't get twisted, it's going to be a long time waiting for messages, waiting for replies, waiting for, like, it's, me coming to Mississippi State wasn't the smoothest of transitions, because that second time I got into the pool, it just wasn't the smooth, like, I was waiting on replies, I wasn't coach's #1 player they were trying to get, so like, it's definitely, I got to see it from two different perspectives. That first time I got in, it was like, we want you, we need you. The second time I got in, it was more of a, we'll get back to you, and you'll hear from us then. We're waiting on this kid first. And just be ready for it. Know what you have out and know what type of prospect you're going to be going into the pool, and be realistic with your expectations. Yeah. There's a plan for everyone.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on NIL?
Honestly, so we can date back to Reggie Bush, who just got his Heisman back. NIL has been happening, or we can say athletes getting paid has been happening. Now it's just kind of out there for everyone's knowledge. Obviously now working with brands and stuff like that is like more of a different game. The revenue that college students are bringing in, or college athletes are bringing in for the university, I mean, if they can manage to pocket some money for themselves off of their name, I mean, I'm definitely not against that. I mean, they've worked hard themselves, they've put in the hours themselves, and if they're playing great during the season, I don't see why they shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, reaping the benefits of that as well as the school.
Right. So since this interview with Ziko took place just hours after a big game, I was eager to get his thoughts on the game and dive into how athletes break down their performance so soon after stepping off the field. You did have a great game tonight. I mean, can you kind of walk me through how you felt the game went?
There's a few things I'd like to change, but I mean, I think there's every player. I think every player goes home and it's like, damn, I want this play back. But I mean, we won. That's the main thing. Winning every week, half of the teams lose, half the teams win. So I mean, to be on the winning side feels good. It was great to have everyone's emotions back high and everything. I mean, we have a great team because everyone, like, no matter even if we're losing, everyone's still fighting to like the last second. But I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to soak it in that we won. Yeah. But at the same time, like, my brain's already on next week. Like, I'm already thinking about walking into Tennessee, and you know what I'm saying. Like, big one. So like that's where my head's at. Like, I'm just hoping everyone else uses this win to kind of, you know what I'm saying, like go into that week with some energy. Yeah. So will next year be your last year, you think, or what is that looking like? Yeah, next year should be looking like my last year. Good luck. You don't need it. You know, you got the hard work to back it up. I'll take any luck I can get. Yeah. Okay then. Good. Where can they follow you? Where can they check out your stuff? So I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm not as active on Twitter as I am on Instagram. I am on YouTube. Yeah, you are. He's got some great content on YouTube, by the way, guys. But again, I haven't been as active on YouTube. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, that is definitely something that I do need to get back into. Some YouTube videos. I mean, I honestly enjoy making them and I enjoy posting them. It's just, I don't know, I feel like I got to a stage in the season where I was like, let's just look in and just kind of, I don't know, tunnel vision this season, because it's obviously not going how we planned right now. Okay, let me just look in and have a good year, and then I can always come back to the kind of social media side of it on YouTube, but I definitely need to get back active on that again. Awesome, dude. That's what's up. Now, Ziko focuses on finishing his college career on a high note. Then he'll soon set his sights on playing in the NFL. From a kid in London who played every sport imaginable, it's remarkable how his passion for football led him all the way to Mississippi, competing in the toughest conference in the country. But his journey is far from over. With any luck, we'll see him play on an even bigger stage, playing the game he fell in love with back in high school.
And that's gonna do it for today's story. Ziko's socials will be linked down below in the description. And again, thanks for watching. See you next video.